Hello again, YouTube. This is, well, Anyway, so there's a couple of reasons I want to make this video. One being the Xbox One and the PS4 came out in the recent weeks. I never did do anything about those. Never said anything about them in the videos. I just said maybe I might get one in the summer. Um, but this is my opinion on both of them. I have no experience with the Xbox One whatsoever. I have rough experience with the PS4. It was a floor model at Best Buy the day after it came out. Um, so yeah, um, I have experience with, of course, my 360 that I have. I have experience with the PS3 because I know people that actually have a PS3, and I've fixed PS3s before. I've opened both the 360 and the PS3 up before, so it's really retarded. I've got experience with both. It's really stupid. Um, so yeah. Um, the first thing I wanted to say was I never really intended to get a PS4. Um, why? I know I'm saying a lot, but the only reason I didn't really want to do PS4, even when they did their conference and the Xbox One did their conference, was because I'm not trying to be a Xbox fanboy because I had a PS2 before I had an Xbox 360, um, and it was awesome. PS3, I never had one, um, but the reason why I don't want to get a PS4 is because it doesn't have good game titles. It doesn't look like that to me. Now it's my opinion. So if anybody ever comments on this video and says, "Oh, you're an Xbox fanboy. Oh, you don't like them because you're not familiar with the series of the games and stuff," it's like, no, no, no. It's not that. It's I don't like any of the games that they have coming to them. I never did like Gran Turismo. Um, I like Forza. I never did like. I think Uncharted is okay. Um, the only thing that I can say that I really love that PS3 got that the 360 didn't get was Metal Gear Solid 4. Um, and I'm kind of pissed because I never got to play that. I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan. Um, as big as I'm a Halo fan, I'm a Metal Gear Solid because I'm wearing a Halo shirt right now. I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. So I have the HD collection of the first, what is it, three, and then it's got the, what has it got? It's got the original one, and it's got two, and it's got the other two, and then it's got three, and then four happens, and then yeah, and four is on PS3. Anyway, so that was one thing I wanted that I liked about PS3. There was a couple of games on PS3 that were like, oh, I might want that. PS4, no, not really. Um, I'm trying to think. Uncharted, I don't even know. Um, I'm trying to think of other games that actually look noteworthy at all. Knack, I got to play a floor model of that. It wasn't that great. Honestly, it wasn't that great. And it looked cartoony, and yeah. FIFA 14, I'm not a fan of soccer games, so I can't really say anything about that. Because that's on both consoles. Uh, let's see what else was on there. They had Octodad as an indie game. It was okay. The controls were a little squirrely. Um, Now, again, granted, this is the demo, but I'm trying to skew away from that. But if you have a demo looking bad on a floor model on the week release, it's not going to look good on you. Um, so that was one of my problems with it. I didn't like Octodad was okay. Knack I really didn't like. It was just this looks retarded for a next gen console on launch. Why are we doing this? They could have released it maybe later, but not release week. That's just kind of stupid. Um, I'm trying to think of what else that actually looked good. Battlefield 4 was, they were like, oh, well, it's supposed to be so awesome. I think Battlefield 4 was just like, oh, well, we're going to take Battlefield 3 and add a couple extra things. Basically, like Call of Duty has done for the past, how many games is it now? Honestly, it's the same shit over and over again. I'm sorry. I really do not like the Call of Duty series. I never got to play the first and second one and the third one. I played the demos for the first and second one, but I've never played the full game. I own personally MW2. I've never played Modern Warfare. Somebody was like, "Oh, you should get Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of like Modern Warfare 1, except for there's more shit." And I'm like, "Okay, so I'll just get that." And it was like $15. MW3 was about to come out, and yeah, so I just bought that. So MW3 comes out. By that time, I had GameFly. I ran in and played that. Didn't like it. Uh, um, Same for Black Ops. I played the first Black Ops. I rented it from GameFly. I thought it was okay. Everybody hacks on me for doing this, but they're like, "Why don't you like it? It's awesome." I'm like, the single player sucks, and the multiplayer is okay, and the zombies it's just repetitive. It's the same thing over and over again. It's literally, and there's like people, "Oh, I play 32 rounds a day." It's like, okay, that's awesome. I would like something more other than upgrading a weapon maybe every 5 rounds and killing maybe 2 hordes of zombies. It's not really much more than that. Um, I played that, and then after that came out, I haven't played COD Ghost yet, but after that was done and over, um, Black Ops 2 came out, and I went in and played that finally after waiting so fucking long from GameFly, and I realized, oh, this is the same thing pretty much. Yeah, this isn't really anything better. And I just don't understand why people, they're like, oh, well, this is the latest and greatest thing. It's like, okay, it might be newer, but it's not um, like anything different. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck do I do with this? So another thing, well, I'm just going to move off the COD series thing. So let me try to put this into perspective with the Xbox One and PS4. Okay, the experience I had with the PS3, it was okay. The 360 I've had, the only reason now that okay, let me break this back down. Okay, the only reason that I've had more than one 360 is because my house has been broken into. If that wouldn't have happened, I would still have my 360 Elite sitting in my bedroom right now, unless it would have red ringed. People are like, "Oh, why have you owned more than one 360? Did it break like all the other people's did?" And I'm like, "No, someone stole it." um, the Slim I've had for the Slim 250 gig I've had for about a year and a half, maybe going on 2 years. Um, it's pretty damn good. I like it. It could. That's the one thing I would wish they would fix with the Xbox One or PS4 is the noise it makes when the disc spins up. That's the only thing I have a problem with it. Other than that, it's fine. I love it. I did notice noticeably, like really noticeably difference between the Elite and the Slim was the power brick was quieter. Um, that was quieter. The fans were quieter. Of course, it's a little bit smaller. The system itself is lighter. Um, it has the touchpad things that make the dinging noises the Slim does, which is fucking amazing. Uh, and then the chrome on it itself looks better. So I'm just like, okay, well, this is cool. And it has a bigger hard drive. So that's the 360 side. PS3 side experience I've had. Okay, now I've never personally owned one, but I've taken one apart. I've taken a couple of them apart. And this is one thing I didn't understand why Sony did it, but they put out several different models of the same exact PS3. And when I say this, I mean, I'm not saying that they have the fat PS3, the big fat one that does backwards compatibility with PS2. That's awesome. I love that one. Even though it's kind of fucking big. Anyway, I thought that one looked cool. They got that one. They got the slim, and they got the super slim, which makes no sense. Like the same thing with the 360. Why they make a super slim? That makes no fucking sense. Um, it does nothing different. It's just smaller and it looks retarded. Anyway, anyway, um, the fat one I have no problems with. Actually, I take that back. I do have a couple problems with it. The only thing I had a problem with it was a lot of times when I took those apart, they seemed to have like no thermal paste on them, and they were clogged. They had like no ventilation. Now, granted, the 360 had the early Red Ring of Death overheating thing going on, but other than that, um, yeah. So they had that. Now, moving on from that one to the Slim, the problem with the Slim was its fans seemed to kind of fuck up a lot. I had a problem with that and the Blu-ray drive itself. Other than that, that's fine. But my main problem with the Slim was it had different models of the regular Slim. Like you go from the fat, the slim, the super slim. Well, you go fat, slim, and then the slim itself has several different models of itself, so it's got different parts inside of it. It's got different power supplies built into it, so the wires are all fucked up. So if you buy the wrong part, oh fuck you. Um, honestly. There's one thing where the ribbon cables are backwards, so you have to get it different. There's one that's different with fans. One's got a different fan speed, I think. The particular one I worked on was a CECH 301 or 3001A, and there's like a shitload of other ones. I've seen at least 5 or 6. I know it doesn't sound like a shitload, but still. There's that. Now, I've never had the opportunity to open a Super Slim, so I can't really say that. Excuse me. I've seen someone with it, and all I can say is it looks cheap. That's all I can say. I don't know how it runs. I don't know anything else about it. It just looks cheap. The little dish tray on the top, where it's not the insertion thing where you just push it and it sucks it in, it's the dish tray slides to the side. It just feels kind of cheap. Like, why are we doing this? It's just stupid. Um, So that's PS3 side. I'm not gonna say anything about the Wii. Fuck the Wii. Uh, I'm sorry. The Nintendo is fucking up right now, and they're not really making good decisions. They're going the way of Sega did, and they're fucking up really big. So I'm gonna move off of them. Uh, the PS4. That's the main thing. That I know I'm starting a lot during the video, but I want to like the PS4. Because the Xbox One, it's like, okay, that's cool. It's kind of big, and you can't put it on its side. That's my main concern. You can't put it on its side. The 24-hour online thing, if they did away with that or not, I don't really know. I don't really care, because I have online, so I don't really care. They finally got the Blu-ray, which is fucking amazing, somehow. Um, the only thing I don't like is both consoles, they have this problem. They have now I'm going to sound old vintage bullshit like this if I'm saying this, but they both have HDMI out and in, and they don't have composite, or, well, they might have composite, but they don't have the AV cables. They don't even come with a, like, converter cable or anything. Um, my only problem is you're buying a system that's $300-$400, and they throw in HDMI, and you're like, oh, well, here's this, but you're gonna have to buy a new TV because, and I'm probably gonna, if I buy an Xbox One, I'm gonna have to buy a new TV if I put it in my bedroom because that thing does not have HDMI on it, even though it's a early flat screen with the flat on the front and then it's got the bubble back. It's the early flat screen. So it that's one thing I didn't like. Now if there is some type of third party aftermarket like thing you can do your AV cables through on your HDMI in there and somehow rig it, please let me know in the comments or message me or something. I don't even know. Honestly, because that's the one thing I don't like because you're gonna spend $300 or $400 on one of these two systems, and then you're gonna have to spend another $200, $300, $400 on a new TV that's not even made by them, but they're making you do it because that's the way of the future. Technology always changes. I know that. Now, I have a big TV in the living room that you've probably seen in one of my past videos, and it has HDMI, and it has composite, and it has all that other shit. That's not my bedroom. And I'm not going to be using it in there. So, that's cool, but whatever. But PS4, that was my main problem, was the launch titles. Now, I'm a big Halo fan. Metal Gear Solid is not a PlayStation / Sony exclusive anymore. It's not. GTA 5. That's another thing I'm going to talk about here in a second. Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be on the Xbox One and the PS4. That, like, throws me for a fucking loop. I'm like, okay, all these years, the Solid Snake and all that shit, they've been on Sony exclusive, da-da-da-da. And then the Raiden series, like Metal Gear Rising, which I have, has been on 360. That's been on both. And I'm like, okay, well, this is cool. So yeah, that's not really an exclusive anymore. And I remember back when the 360 and the PS3 came out, and it's probably gonna be the same damn thing with the PS4 and the One. Is there was so much bullshit going back and forth with, oh, well, we've got more exclusives. No, we've got more exclusives. No, we've got more exclusives. And then the companies that were running the publishers and shit were saying, oh, we're going to put them on both, or we're going to switch over here, or we're going to do this. And I'm being Daffy Duck, and yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And most of them were going the way of saying, oh, well, this is going to be in this exclusive. And then they were going to, oh, well, it's going to be a Sony exclusive for 3 months, and then we're going to put it on Microsoft. And it's like, okay. What? What is the point of that? Like, honestly, I mean, I understand that PS3 or Sony fanboys, they love that. They're like, oh, we get it first. What's the point of that business-wise? Because if you sell Microsoft and Sony from the get-go, you're going to be making more bucks because you got two systems, two separations of fanboy systems. Why would you do that? Anyway, so now I understand, like, there's some people that they have the exclusive console. They only like Sony, or they only like Microsoft because they think this is easier, whatever. I understand that, but when they say, oh, we're going to release it for this system at this time, but then we're going to release it this system later at this time, makes no fucking sense to me. So, yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about before I get off here was GTA 5 and why the fuck isn't it not on next-gen consoles? I know it came out... Now, I know it came out a little earlier than COD Ghost and Battlefield 4, But that shouldn't really be an excuse. I mean, it really shouldn't. Um, it's a newer game. Everybody still gets on it. It's not even half a year old. It's what is it? Two? No, came out in September, so it's 4 months old. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, um, so they're not putting it on PS4 or the one. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the PC, that's one thing I like to torment people about, because they're like, oh, well, you guys got on 360. We don't have it on PS. Well, we don't have that on the PC. And I'm like, uh-huh. And yeah, so uh-huh. That's one thing I just like about it. Another thing. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this after. I'm gonna shut it off after this. COD Ghost, Call of Duty Ghost. What the fuck is the point of this game? Um, I haven't played it yet. I have it on my GameFly list to rent it. I'll get back on that subject when I actually get the fucking thing. I don't understand. Because it seems like they're remaking the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it doesn't make any sense. And people are still buying it. And they're like, oh, well, it's the latest and greatest thing. Gotta have the latest and greatest thing. I'm like, I bet you I can go on this game with the cheaper version people and say, oh, there's still people over here. Modern Warfare 2 servers are still up. I'm pretty sure Modern Warfare servers are still up. I don't know about the original Call of Duty series. All those servers are still up, and still the people are buying this shit. I don't even understand. The only difference I saw between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 was a slight graphical difference. It's the same game engine. I don't understand. It's not like going from some little low-budget engine to a fucking Frostbite engine that Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 and all these amazing games they're making, like they're gonna make Battlefront again. That shit. They're gonna make that on a Frostbite engine, which EA, please don't fuck it up. Please. Please, for the love of God. If you're still making the game, that is. I haven't heard anything about it in a long time. If you're still making the game, please, for the love of God, don't fuck that series up. Because Battlefront and Battlefront 2 were the best fucking games of my childhood. Um, so yeah. I'm gonna cut it off now. Because it's over 23 minutes long, and I'm probably gonna take a minute to upload. So, like, comment, subscribe, go like the Facebook page. I'm gonna put it in the comments, or not the comments, the fucking description. You know what I'm talking about. Description. Bye.